Narayanan, and thank you for joining me today. Did you know that development projects in ecologically sensitive areas in India are being approved at an exponential rate by the Environmental Ministry, and environmental laws are also being diluted to give such clearances? Some of the projects which were given approval quite recently are as follows: a coal mining project inside the Patkai Elephant Reserve in Assam, uranium exploration inside Telangana's Amrabad Tiger Reserve, drilling boreholes inside Sharavati Sanctuary in Karnataka, Italan hydropower project inside Arunachal Pradesh's Dibang Valley, maintenance works for a road inside Namdappa Tiger Reserve in Arunachal Pradesh, denotification of Vedandangal Bird Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu, and Sun Pharma's proposal to expand its facility which is located inside the sanctuary itself. Why is this worrying? Such projects inside ecologically sensitive and biodiversity rich areas require intense scrutiny over a long period of time, but approval for these projects are being fast tracked by the Environmental Ministry. More than 30 such projects have been given clearance within a noticeably short span of time, especially during the coronavirus lockdown. Why the hurry? Let me tell you how approval of such projects usually takes place. First, a site for the project is selected and an environment impact assessment is conducted, which is followed by an application for a no objection certificate. After that, a public hearing is conducted, and after all these processes, an environmental clearance application is submitted, which is reviewed by the Environmental Appraisal Committee, which either suggests changes, approves the project, or rejects the project. This is how the process usually works, but this process is now being diluted to give clearances at a much faster rate. Approval for such projects require detailed deliberations and often face-to-face and on-site interactions with affected people, scientists, and experts. During the coronavirus lockdown, clearances for such projects are being given over video conferencing. According to the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, there is no provision for video conferencing. Also, people affected by these projects mostly don't have easy access to internet or knowledge of video conferencing tools, and therefore would be unable to send their representations or documents. Expert appraisal committee meetings, which usually last an entire day and are still inadequate, are now being packed into just 2 hours. Not enough time is also given to investigate into the evidence presented by project developers, and people are also not able to file their objections for such projects during this pandemic situation. Public hearings are also difficult to organize now. The dilution of the Environmental Impact Assessment Law through an amendment which happened on January 16 this year allows for the exemption of public hearings and environmental impact assessments for such important projects, which is scary. An example of how approval of such projects in ecologically sensitive areas could go terribly wrong is as follows. In December 2019, the Expert Appraisal Committee gave clearance to an oil and gas exploration project in Assam without any public hearing. The recent amendment to the Environmental Impact Assessment Law allows for this exemption from public hearings for on and offshore oil and gas exploration. On May 11, the Environmental Ministry granted clearance for drilling and testing of oil and gas at 7 sites in Assam. And on May 27, just a week after that, gas started leaking from Bagjan oil field in Assam, and it kept leaking for more than 14 days till fire broke out. More than 7,000 people have been affected by this fire, and 2 firefighters have lost their lives. Charred carcasses of our national aquatic animal, the Gangetic dolphin, water birds and fish are all that remains of a once biodiverse area. Irreparable damage has been done. There are so many other healthier ways to boost India's economic development, and this is not how we do it. Not at the the expense of our environment, which we should protect at all costs. Let's think about this. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe. This is Kritika Narayanan